This is the Sigma 10 to 18mm f2.8 for Sony E mount APS-C cameras. It's a relatively new release from Sigma, having come out in 2023. I bought this a few months ago for my A6400 as I moved from full frame down to APS-C, and I've got some things to say about it. This video is not going to focus too much on image quality because I have other things to talk about. To get it out of the way, image quality on this is fantastic. It does exactly what you want from a newer Sigma release. It is first-party optics and performance at a third-party price. Like, look at this photo that I took of Breeze Lookout with this lens and my A6400. It looks fantastic. I have no issues with image quality. Moving on. Ergonomically, this thing kind of sucks. Things that I like. Despite it being a constant f2.8 aperture, it still feels pretty balanced, it still feels small. Even if you put it on really lightweight camera bodies like the A6000 here, it still feels balanced. It doesn't feel like it's just trying to pull the camera over. It feels good in the hand. It has a 67mm filter thread, which is super common. You will never have any trouble finding any filter or adapter in 67mm. The zoom ring turns smoothly and confidently without any sort of play or creep. I have three big gripes with this lens. The manual focus ring is borderline unusable. It's recessed into the body, so without looking at the lens, it doesn't feel intuitive to just grab the ring. Even trying to feel around the lens to find it, there's no real tactile feedback. It blends in with this part of the lens down here, and the ridges on the ring are perfectly flush with the body, and they're not rubberized, so there's no tactile feedback to really confidently tell you, hey, this is the manual focus ring. The lens hood is this odd push design. It works just fine, but it feels a bit fiddly. Sigma states that they did this to keep the size and the weight of the lens down, but honestly, I would have traded a few millimeters in size to get a traditional spin lock hood design. The lens is collapsed at 18mm and it is extended at 10mm, which I normally don't care. But in this case, if you have a habit of collapsing your lens before you take it off of the camera body, when you take this lens off and it's collapsed at 18mm, there is a huge gaping hole into the lens barrel. So you have to extend the lens to 10mm in order to close that gap. I have already had close calls of getting dirt directly into the lens barrel because of this design. So optically fantastic, lightweight, constant f2.8 aperture, but some terrible design choices for the manual focus ring and the way that the lens collapses. Do I still recommend it? Yes, I do, of course. It's a great lens. It's going to serve you very well, but be aware of the quirks of this lens. If you got questions, come hang out with me on Discord, go to my profile, check the links. See ya.